But what kind of income what kind of income is counted when you for a lender in order to get a mortgage? Because we get this, especially from first-time home buyers. They'll call and they'll say, "Hey, I just don't know if I'm able to qualify for this loan," or somebody that maybe isn't a first-time home buyer, they'll switch jobs and they're asking, "Can this, basically, how does this work?"
One real world example. Okay, so in this scenario, let's say you've got a husband and wife, they're both going to be on the loan. They both have salaried jobs, but the wife wants to count her income. Let's say she has an Etsy shop and she's been selling
wine openers
for let's say 8 months, and she's making average like $1,000 a month. Can she count that income?
We cannot count that income because we have to see 2 years of history. First of all, she's probably self-employed, so we need to see 2 years history of being self-employed. But when we have 2 jobs, person has 2 jobs, we need to see history of them working those 2 jobs for 2 years. Just because working 2 jobs is not easy, we want to make sure that person is capable physically to work 2 jobs, and we need 2 years for us to be, okay,
prove they can
we believe you can do that. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, but yeah, I do have slides. Sean was right. So there are a couple of different categories, I would say. So just income regular, we have a base salary. Typically ask to see 1 month of pay stubs. So it's cookie cutter. You're making 100,000 a year. That's it. Easy.
Okay, wait, I gotta stop you. So somebody goes and gets a job and they have a base salary and they've been working at it for 2 months. They can qualify for a mortgage?
Sometimes.
Wow.
It depends on the program. We could actually use that income if they only have a job offer letter and they didn't even start.
Oh,
wow. Okay, interesting.
Yeah,
okay.
That's conventional finance, and there's some caveats to that, but in most cases, someone gets job offer and they're gonna start after they buy the house. It's acceptable.
Okay, wow. Fantastic.
Excellent. Okay.
Yeah, it's great. So when it's hourly, we'll look at it a little bit differently, because hourly hours could fluctuate. Even if you're full-time, 40 hours, maybe sometimes you work 38. We need a year of that type of income to average. When somebody gets bonus or overtime, tip income, commission, we also need to have, depends on the program, from 1 to 2 years minimum.
So overtime is 1 to 2 years as well?
Overtime from 1 to 2 years. On conventional, you could be like 1 year. FHA definitely gonna be 2 years at least.
Okay, and I'm asking for clarification because our camera, the picture's right over what the overtime says.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I forgot about that. I'm sorry.
That's okay. That's okay. That's the only one that was covered. So the rest are good. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yes. So yeah. So overtime 1 to 2 years. Commission, we need to see 2 years of that. Part-time also 1 to 2 years. Seasonal jobs, like someone maybe mows lawns in summertime, or doing landscaping, for example. We need to see 2 years history of that. Person self-employed, most cases we need 2 years, sometimes 1. I'm not gonna go in like details, but it all depends, right? And the last bullet point to what Kelly, you were asking about, that multiple jobs, we need to see 2 years working those 2 jobs. It doesn't have to be the same employer, actually. They could change employers, but we have to see 2 years of uninterrupted, they quit one company, they started right away with different one, that's fine. But we need
maintaining the 2 jobs.
Maintaining 2 jobs.
Okay.
So that's just regular income. So then we have some not alternative income, but the other type of incomes, like for
Okay.
example, child support and alimony, right? So we can use that as long as it continues for 3 years. Somebody receives child support, child is 17, it's gonna stop at age 18, we cannot use that.
Okay.
Okay, so you don't need 3 years of history. You need to know they're gonna receive it at
gonna
least for another
continue.
3 years.
Right.
Okay.
Depending on the program, we do need to see history of receipts. In some programs, it's 4 months, others is 6 months at least.
Okay.
But continuation is very important component for all categories.
Okay.
In reality, even there's regular jobs too. Pension, disability income, social security, that's one that's easy, we just get social security award letter. Foster care income, foreign income when someone works in foreign country, but they file that income on US taxes, we can use that. Rental income, definitely, we look at tax returns for that. Dividend income, trust, and survivor benefits. So those are other type of incomes, but and actually also for rental income, I forgot to mention, like if someone has accessory unit, they live in the house and they have additional house, some programs allow to use that income.
Okay. Do they have to have proven income for a certain amount of time, or have
we would need to see tax returns for a year.
Okay.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Okay.
That was actually really that was I expected like just a quick, you need 2 years, but that was a great breakdown. I appreciate that.
Well, I think this is so important because there are so many people who don't realize the income they have would actually count, such as the child support and things like that. And then other people assume that there is the income they make as on a side gig would count, and it's like it has to qualify. They have to.
Yeah. Or they may make a choice, as we've seen, you have to have history. So they may go get a job for 6 months at one job and then be like, I don't like it. And then go and do that 4 or 5 times. They've got 2 years of work history, but they've worked in all different professions.
Right.
That wouldn't necessarily count, would it? Because they're all over the place.
Well, we do need to see stability, and if they change in professions all the time, that of course that's a red flag. It will have to be analyzed deeply by underwriter, and it's going to be possibly their discretion to see. Also, they're going to look at, okay, so they change in jobs, but is it benefiting them? Maybe the income is increasing, or if income is going down, then we can use that.
Okay.
I have a question.
Okay, so if anybody wants to reach out to you, how do they get in touch with you?
I'm available 24/7 at 571-245-3000.
All right.
And that's right, everybody. She is always available.
Yes, she is.
That's why we love Tatiana.
All right. Thank you so much. And we will see you next week.
See you next week.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye.